At
There's
this
a ton,
point,
baby.
yeah, no, at this point, like people understand these shows end up. There's nothing to talk about, but there's like not a whole lot of MMA going down right now. So there's not a whole lot of MMA to talk about. But ladies and gentlemen, Jon Jones gave us a little golden nugget of entertainment ish shit. Welcome to Keyboard Warriors. My name's Eddie Law. That's Fred Kirby. Just like I'll be on in a few minutes here, and joining us once again, one of our favorite guests, Dave Mann. How you doing, man?
What's up, man? What's up? How are you guys?
Good, great.
So-
All considering.
Good enough.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Good enough. All right. So, like I said, we're talking about Jon Jones, and so in this dormant time of MMA and all that shit, it's almost like, hey, man, the world's going crazy, and Jon Jones said, hey, hold my beer. You know what I mean? Like, and he just up and fucking. Everyone already knows. Arrested for DWI. Had a gun with a discharged fucking shell in his car, a 22 little Glock. What else happened? The video of the arrest was ridiculous, kind of funny. But then comes the punishment. It was 4 days house arrest, a year probation, which you could actually argue he should have just gone to jail instead of taking that year probation, but whatever. And then community service. Now, Dave, what did you think when you heard about this shit?
Who knows what to expect of punishment, really. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a district attorney. I'm not a judge. I'm not this person. But to think after he got it, it's fun to make the memes and joke about it, and tease about it. But to think they're going to stick him in jail when they're letting people out of jail at this time, that to me seemed pretty odd. But then, it's just that he keeps doing it. He keeps fucking up, and it's just disappointing. He seemed like he did turn it around after the last episode, which was, I believe, the picograms. Was that the
picogram
before this?
Thing.
And it just seemed like he was getting people on his side. He went a little too Jesus freak for me. I mean, I tune it out, but it seemed like he was gathering people on his side more so, and I don't know. This is just him, and what to think of it. It's almost like a wait and see. He tweeted out, "I promise never to do it again." That means he said, "I promise not to get arrested again." I take that as he promises not to get caught again.
Well, shit, man. I mean, look, and I knew when the story came out because I immediately thought, like, man, this motherfucker don't stop fucking up. But I also know he's a wild boy, and he's one of those guys like a Mike Tyson that just almost can't help being crazy and doing shit. And I knew good and goddamn well Fred was not going to let me down with his take on this whole thing. So, Fred, go ahead, take it away, sir.
Bravo. Now, I don't know what you motherfuckers want from me, Jack. First off, I wasn't surprised at all.
At all.
He low-key couldn't have picked a better time as far as the sport goes, because I don't, and we'll get into it, I don't give a fuck what Dana White says or any goofy. We ain't gonna have no live fights for a while.
Yeah,
that's just the fucking way it goes, Jack. Ain't nobody fighting nowhere probably for at least till June 1st. Then like these little news snippets keep coming out. Valentina Shevchenko. Listen, newsflash, y'all. Ain't none of y'all fighting. If you had a fucking fight booked in April or May, you can fucking cancel it. That's straight from Daddy Fred himself. I don't give a fuck what Dana White says. Like, it ain't fucking happening. So John ain't got to worry about that. Ain't nobody fighting nobody for about 3-4 months at best. B, okay, the actual law. Like Dave said, they're fucking letting out hardened criminals. It is, in case any of y'all didn't notice, it's pandemonium across the whole planet. You think they're going to get, first off, John's got money. He's super wealthy. He does this all the time. They know him by name. And not to mention, just being the Jon Jones sympathizer I am, the fucking cop that arrested him had arrested him before. And I think has a little case of what police brutality or the like. Like he's not the fucking nicest guy in the world. So the fact that he was making John jump through them hoops and was kind of fucking with him, and I've seen everybody fucking with Jon Jones. Oh, it's crazy. He said ADHD. He was fucking drunk, you twat. I wish to God we had a camera on most of you and you was drunk, caught by the police, and the dumb shit you would say. And then people, I'm so worried about him. Well, you guys just shut the fuck up. Worried about him. If you was worried about him, we should have been worried about him for a month of Sundays. At least you didn't get found with fucking whores in an 8-ball. He was having a little bit of booze, having a fucking shooting the gun off, talking to homeless people.
Yeah, I didn't get, I remember when he, the last time this happened, drunk driving or whatever. Or was the hit and run before more drunk driving? I forget, but what did we say? Get him a professional driver, drive him around, and then it seemed like, okay, I didn't think he did that per se, but he didn't have an issue. I mean, Ben Askren, of all people who tweets, I mean, he put out the best one, dude. Pay 50 grand, just have a dude for the whole year.
Right.
I mean, he'll kick him an extra 5. He'll let you shoot out the window. You know what I mean? Dude, it's so bizarre to me. Why, when he was, I forget how old he was when that shit was going on, but it's like, okay, we're dumb. We're mid-20s, maybe late 20s. I mean, it just seems like, come on, man. We got to grow out of this bullshit here. So,
yeah.
Listen, to be fair, Ben Askren is the type of guy who would logically pay for a driver. As am I.
Yeah.
Ben Askren is also unemployed for fighting because he took some L's in a row and now he's fucking teaching wrestling in his fucking daughter's basement or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
Jon Jones is the type of big dick motherfucker that goes out in a pandemic with his Yisto and a bottle of fucking Jorge Masvidal's tequila and says, let's have a little fun. And guess what? He's undefeated at fighting. He's what you call a bad motherfucker. And bad motherfuckers are live wires. I don't know what these people, he's not going to be GSP. Fucking just forget about it. Quite frankly, he's probably going to be more like Mike Tyson. Let's just be glad he didn't rape nobody or hurt nobody. He's just having a little harmless fun. All jokes aside, is he a little too old to be doing this? Yes. Should he be drinking and driving? Of course not. It's fucking dangerous. He could hurt himself and other people. But beyond that, I am willing to just shoot John the bell and say, listen, this is what comes along with being the alpha fucking king of the jungle. You're a wild motherfucker. He likes to fucking party. He likes to feel good. And quite frankly, again, we're in a fucking pandemic. I'm nervous. Are y'all nervous?
Yeah.
I'm fucking scared sitting like we're all like he probably fucking lost his shit. What do we do when we're nervous? Probably fucking burn one, have a little cup of white wine, watch our fucking Netflix special. We're not the fucking alpha king of the jungle. This prick gets in his Maserati and drives around getting fucked up. It's not that surprising.
Yeah, I feel like just the last thought I have with the Jon Jones thing, and I'm kind of done. But it's it just shows what a sociopath the guy I think he is. I mean, to go around and try to show off you're this Jesus freak and all these great things you're doing, and I'm sure he does do great things. I mean, whatever he was doing in Albuquerque to help families who are obviously affected by this issue. I mean, that does help, regardless of whatever poor choices you're making. There are good things going on there, but I mean, what a sociopath to go on there and to go out there act like he was just tweeting not long ago, this and that, and it's like, I don't know. I just think that's I don't like that stuff, but whatever.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Let
Go ahead.
me make this point, because I see that a lot, and I understand where it comes from. I understand the point that somebody could talking about Jesus and wanting to be such a good, caring guy on one hand, and then going out and fucking cheating on his wife and doing drugs and partying on the other, looks like a total hypocrite. But dare I say that Jon Jones is one of the realest people in the UFC for that very reason. Because I think that most people are actually like that. I think most people that really do believe in God and Jesus fuck up a lot.
Not so much the Jesus part of it. It's not so much that. It's more of like putting out there how great you are, or in terms of like, I'm just this this loving, wholesome guy. But then you're going out and putting people in great danger, drinking and driving. It does have to be a Jesus thing. It just, I guess, that part.
But as you alluded to, he did go out and help the homeless. He did do these things.
Yeah.
You can be both. I think you're. The old saying, I think, is the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So that's understandable, and I think that's a little bit of what John does. But I feel like if we're keeping it a buck, it's easy to hate on John because he's fucking Jon Jones. But I think a lot of us are like that. I think 90%. I don't go to church because I don't believe in that horse shit. But I think 90% of the people that are at all y'all's churches are like that. I mean, a whole bunch of y'all out there got your dicks where it don't belong. So lest we not be holier than thou. Now, to be fair, most people aren't driving around shooting off fucking guns. But again, y'all also ain't the baddest man on the planet, so it fucking is what it is. Again, let me be serious for a minute. He shouldn't be drinking and driving. For his career, this is not a great idea. It couldn't have come at a better time, though. There's nobody can fight nowhere for about 3 months, and literally the police have bigger fish to fry. So he needn't do it again, but this one, it's going to come and go.
All right, so here's the thing about that, okay? With Jon Jones, it's not that he did it again. It's an annoying quote. Does it affect me personally? No. You're never gonna hear me say I'm worried about Jon Jones because no, I don't give a fuck. I don't know the guy. You know what I mean? What I will say is this: stop trying to bullshit me, John. Stop trying to bullshit me. Admit that you're a wild motherfucker. Admit that you're a little fucking insane, maybe kind of a dipshit. Admit that shit, but don't go do some crazy shit like this and then the next day tweet out a fucking Bible verse or get a new Bible verse tattoo or get Jesus hands on your fucking shoulder. Like, I'm over this now because Jesus is on my shoulder. Like, cut the shit, dude. Don't be a dick. Everyone gave fucking DC shit for the same thing. Everybody did the same. DC's fucking fake. DC's bullshit. DC's trying to be fucking pro wrestler. What's this jackass doing? It's the same shit. Don't fucking tell me it's different. It's not. So just stop bullshitting me. Be a dick, but be honest about the fact that you're a dick. That's it. That's all I asked for.
He did tell Ariel Helwani, I'm a wild boy. When Ariel said, "Are you done with the drugs?"
And then,
he said, nah,
and then right after goes off on his little preacher shit. Come on,
listen, he's hypocritical.
Just be right, but just be honest about who you are. I'll never sit here and tell you that I'm the fucking cleanest dude ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got some bullshit. All of us got some bullshit in our past and shit.
I do agree that he should just play it up. Not only should he be himself, but I almost think it wouldn't hurt him to ham it up a little bit.
Maybe,
I made some meme. I just made some meme of like, what level of getting high are you? And I had to remember some image of him in a blue belt, so I had made him a blue belt. You know, obviously he's a red belt. You know, but he actually responded and he goes, "I'm a grandmaster." I mean, I go, duh. That's why I responded back to him, duh. But it's just, I guess, do more of that. Be that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally. Exactly. Look, I think we all know John be smoking the fuck out of weed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And to keep it a buck, it's pretty popular in pop culture right now. Look at Sean O'Malley. Look at the Diaz brothers. Like, if you outwardly smoke weed in MMA, you're pretty embraced now. But I ain't never seen John. I don't know whether John smokes bowls or, well, I guess we do know he smokes bowls. He had to run back and get it. But at this point, it's legal in a bunch of states in America.
Yeah.
Like, do it live while you're smoking a blunt and just be like, yo, this is fucking me, man. I'm at the house now. I'm trying not to go out and fuck up, but I'm chilling. We're smoking. We're here with the homies. Like, show yourself. I agree with that. Like, show yourself a little bit more and like let us embrace you as that. I mean, what the fuck? You're a wild boy. I'm here for it. Shit. Yeah. But just don't get in trouble. Don't break the goddamn law. That is.
Don't get fucking arrested for stupid shit.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Shout out MMA gods in the chat. Glitch is here. Split Decision says guns, cars, and drugs. He's done it all.
There you go.
Leave a legacy. What's up, bro? Damn, my boy Daniel says fuck Jon Jones and his fake ass. I'm saying. Just don't be fake. That's all I'm asking for. What happened to what's up, BLC? What happened to John's gun charge? Well, I mean, he ended up just getting 4 days of yeah, exactly. Paid up.
I mean, he probably has all the legal rights to have the guns. He probably just shouldn't have had them then. And I'm sure if
you shouldn't have fired it. If
you got basically all the legal rights and a bunch of money, you can probably be like, well, it wasn't
right.
And I'm sure that just got eaten.
Yeah. Now I don't know about in New Mexico. I know in Arizona, if you get like if you have a gun, especially you fire it, and you're drunk driving while intoxicated, it's not good.
Let me tell you something I know about.
I'm sure that's every state.
Let me tell you something I know about America. If you got a whole bunch of money,
you can do whatever.
Kill a bitch, a dude, and write a book about it 10 years later, and everybody's cool with it.
And ask OJ about it. He'll know.
And still have a Twitter account and get paid. Like, money will take you a long fucking way in this country, boy. A long way.
What does OJ say in every video? He's like, "What's up, Twitter world?
Twitter
OJ
world?
Here. Yeah, hello, Twitter world. OJ here." And I'm like, bro.
It's so ridiculous. It's actually funny. Hello, Twitter world. I'm OJ, and I got away with murder, and y'all all know it.
Dude, I feel so weird when I watch his videos, and I'm like, this just feels wrong. He's so funny.
Fuck that. He's on. Listen, it's a few people that are on my fuck list. OJ, you're on my list. Jack, you're on the list of R. Kelly. I'm fucking blocked you.
I love the meme of Carol Baskin is the white woman version of OJ.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, with the fucking tiger.
Split decision. What's up, dude? He goes, he's not a wild guy. He's a fucking dork. He's a dumbass for sure. New Mexico. What?
I don't like a dork.
He's not a smart person.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about a dork.
Yeah, dork's not the right fucking word I would use. I mean, fucking cocaine, hookers, pot, booze.
Fair enough.
Kind of cool. I don't know.
Okay, look, bottom line, other than the driving while intoxicated and shit, we probably all hang out with John, right?
Fuck yeah, dude. He's got a serval cat. He's got the cool looking dog. He's got crossbows, bows and arrows, guns. I'm in. The fuck?
What's up, Jesse?
What's up, boys?
Okay, real quick. MMA God says New Mexico's still the wild, wild west, and he's got money. Money makes most things go away, 100%. Okay. Jesse, because we were talking about this, I'm talking about it yesterday on the Tuesday night out. Jesse jumped on Jon Bones Jones on the same list as Greg Hardy. And Jesse refuses to watch any event, not just a fight, any event that Greg Hardy's on. Jesse, did John actually make that list?
Yes.
No shit. Okay, why?
Well, because, look, I'm tired of this whole, well, he's young and, we got to give him a chance to grow up, or he's just, a knucklehead, or any of these excuses. He's had plenty of chances to make the right decisions, or even the people around him to make the right decisions for him. So, I mean, I'm just tired of giving my money to somebody, by my view, to somebody that's just going to be wasteful with it. I'd rather tune in to watch DC. And if DC's fighting Jon Jones, well, guess what? I'm not watching that either. So, yeah. So that's unfortunate, because I agree with Fred. Jon Jones is probably the best fighter we've ever seen in the octagon, and probably the best we'll ever see. But yet, here we are again. Him getting in trouble, can't keep himself from doing stupid stuff, and I'm just done with it.
So that's what I was gonna say was, are you not watching because of the money piece of it, and you don't want to pitch into that? And so Greg Hardy, he's only been up to like a fight night event. So if you already have ESPN Plus, you're already paying for it. And then I get around that issue of like being too invested in that sense if I just stream this shit.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I wanted to really put forth the even more effort, I would probably be more vocal about it. But I mean, these guys know. Like when I say I'm not going to watch. I just don't watch. I don't give my view. I don't give in.
I see. Yeah,
I don't give them that. I guess that those pair of eyes. But I don't subscribe to ESPN Plus anymore because of that fact, Dave. And also because it's like I really don't care. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm gonna put the UFC on that same list, honestly, because of the fact that like Dana White doesn't care about like putting these guys like a Greg Hardy in a main event. Like he doesn't care about this person's past. And everybody's like, yeah, we want to see him get beat up. Hasn't happened yet, guys. You guys keep putting your eyeballs on that stuff, and it's not gonna happen. Eventually, he's gonna find his way in a title fight, knock out the champ, whoever it might be, and then you guys are gonna be like, well, he's our champ now. Well, yeah, too bad. I'm just not gonna contribute to that.
And fair, that's fair.
Fred's ready.
You are a doom and gloom cocksucker. If you think Greg Hardy's on his way to knocking out Stipe, boy, I would hate to be in your house during this little pandemic. You must think for sure fucking Jesus Christ is on his way from the heavens.
Wait. So you don't think that the Stipe that we've seen get KO'd by overbloated 2 or 5er would be knocked out by Greg Hardy?
How
dare
you call DC an overbloated 205er? You cute cocksucker. You must be just trying to get my blood pressure up. How dare you? I think I think if DC catches the fucking Ronies, he beats the dog piss out of Greg Hardy on his fucking deathbed. That's what I think. I think Greg Hardy couldn't beat DC with the 3 of us with baseball bats in that goddamn cage. Get the fuck out of here.
Fred, I admire your ideal scenario there, but I'm telling you, man. Look, no matter how bad people want Greg Hardy to get beat up, how many fights has he had where it just hasn't happened for anybody yet? And they keep throwing people at him that are like, well, this guy's gonna do it. Watch. What was the last guy? Juan Ramirez or whatever. What was his name?
Yeah, who the
Everybody was like,
Yeah, exactly. Juan Adams? Who
Juan
was
Adams,
it
Juan
exactly?
Adams.
He
Yeah,
needed
everybody's
an
like,
ailer
that
to
guy.
beat him.
yeah, it's like, oh, that guy's gonna be the one. He's gonna come at him. He's gonna, put it on him. Nope. So I'm not gonna contribute to that.
I'm gonna,
And also to Jon Jones.
you know that they were sending that meme around, and it was like, oh, here's the cure for the COVID virus, and you click on there, it's that fucking massive.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm gonna fucking do that, but I'm gonna do it when Greg Hardy gets knocked out to Jesse. I'm gonna be like, look, Jesse, it's the cure for all humanity, and he's gonna click the link, and it's gonna be Greg Hardy getting slept by fucking, I don't know, one of those fucking 35 guys at heavyweight that can beat him.
Would you watch Jon Jones versus Greg Hardy? Because someone will probably get beat up, knocked out.
Me personally, no.
Yeah. No, okay, all right, fair enough.
And and then I was just going to bring up, the idea of Dana White. Dana White will bring in anybody as long as they think people are going to watch. Right, but then I thought it was interesting. A couple weeks ago, MMA Twitter sucking Scott Coker off because he paid the fighters after the event got canceled, which is great. I mean, obviously these guys don't get paid shit anyways.
I was gonna say,
but then all of May got canceled. None of these guys are getting paid. So I don't know. I'm not. What does that mean? I don't know. But I mean, we got to stop sucking off Scott Coker.
Yeah, boy, you see Jesse got out of here real quick after that.
oh, there he is. Hold up.
I don't know if you heard that one finish, but
yeah.
Good.
I mean, I think we all know that it's like the yin and yang of MMA, right? Dana White's like the hard ass guy that kind of nobody really likes until he does something that everybody's like, oh yeah, good job, Dana White. And then like, when everybody wants to have a gripe against the UFC, they all take the example of, oh, well, look at how Scott Coker's treating his fighters. Oh, look, they took up Cyborg and they have no problems with Cyborg. Oh, they took up, all the broken toys from the UFC and they're doing a good job with them. So, I mean, it's whatever, man. He's a promoter. We don't know the behind the scenes, although I think, what was it? Eddie, maybe you might remember, or Dave, you might remember from, what was it, a few years ago where that fighter put out the contract where they wanted him basically to fight for nothing, or what was it, like $500 or something? And they were basically telling him,
oh fuck, Fred's dying. Sorry, I couldn't stop the Rona. He got the Rona. Anyway, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, but
the fuck you with the Ronies.
Fucking, you know what? Bellator didn't impress me with paying their fighters because they don't get paid shit either. Like Dave was saying, they don't get paid anything anyway. So I'm like, why would I be impressed? Like,
they don't get shit, man. It's really embarrassing to see those poor undercard guys who are the ones who bring all the asses into those seats. And
right, I think. Sorry, Dave. I believe the contract with the undercard fighters is they also get paid like a percentage by however many tickets they bring in. So it's like these guys are hustling to get paid. And you're right, Dave. It's like, so what? So Scott Coker paid everybody what, like $600, which would have been their fight purse. Like that's not going to get them through the next like 3 months of not working or doing anything. It's like it's nothing.
You're right.
Yeah. Real quick, because if I don't mention it, I'll forget. Sort of. I don't know how I can finish. It's hilarious. I obviously have family in Mexico. A lot of it. One of my cousins is a journalist in my hometown, and literally smack in the middle of the country. And he goes like, and I don't know how it's going up in America right now, but in Mexico, certain states, including the one that he lives in, currently just announced that they're going to prohibit the distribution of alcohol for the next few weeks. I shit you not. There's pictures all over it. Hoarding beer and tequila and shit like that, like it's toilet paper. So wilding, dude. It's if y'all just look at Instagram and Twitter, whatever, you'll see all the pictures. There's dudes with giant carts of just they got the beer stacked to the fucking as high as they could. Like this guy, it's gonna be like a few hundreds of beer right there at least. Jesus Christ. Anyway,
I don't see the point of that. I don't see why shutting down alcohol.
I don't know. Stop drunk motherfuckers from going out.
Mexico just sneaking motherfuckers trying to get that money. Like, hey, I heard there's going to be a short of the Modelo.
Hey, man, we can start smuggling.
Sense, right?
We start our own prohibition shit. We start smuggling shit into Mexico instead of the other way around.
Oh,
Right.
but at least that makes sense, right? Instead of the toilet paper,
Right.
at least like
Right.
they're not going to be selling beer no more. I might as well stock up instead of like toilet paper, which we can get at any time.
I'll tell you, yeah, if they said they're gonna stop selling toilet paper, yeah, I totally get hoarding it now. Go ahead, like fuck, you know. All right. Otis says, did you guys see Ferguson talking Khabib?
Can we?
So-
All right.
Yeah, no, that's what we're getting into right now. That's why I brought this up. So everyone's still trying to figure out a way to get Khabib's attorney to go down, right? Well, Khabib put out a post, and people call it, he put out a statement. That's not a statement, motherfuckers. He just put out a post on fucking Instagram. Don't try to make it more than it is. It's basically a post on Instagram saying that he's quarantined in Russia, and that's it. That UFC 249 can go on without him, right? Well, there's people online. I mean, this is how insane people are. Let's see if I can find the fucking post. All right. I don't know where the fuck this guy gets his shit from, but he says this guy says Russian journalist Alexander Ludakov called Russia's main airline called Aeroflot to check available flights. He learned that on March 31st and April 2nd, there will be flights from Russia to New York without travel ban issues or border restrictions. Ludakov now claims he's receiving threats from Khabib's cousin. Two questions. One, if this is true, how does this news make you feel about the current lightweight champion? And two, if true, and Khabib knowingly, willingly passed up available flights, do you think the UFC has grounds to strip him of the belt? I wonder why anyone gives a fuck. Like, he doesn't want to expose himself? I don't know. What the hell do you think, Fred?
First,
real quick. Fred, is he in the meetings with you and Connor? Is he getting a check from Conor McGregor as well? Because that sounds like a Connor fan right there.
Let me tell you something about that. I don't know who the fuck this guy is or who the source is.
Yeah.
But again, I'm sucking dick at 3rd and Main if there's a fucking plane going from Russia to New York City carrying anybody other than fucking dignitaries. New York City's a motherfucking hub for this shit. And Russia's the country that wants it least. I can't imagine that's true at all. Where the fuck did that fact come from? I would love to see that as a fact. Who the fuck is able to get a fucking plane to? That's bullshit. We ain't letting nobody in from other countries. Right. Russia ain't letting nobody out. There's no way that's fucking true.
See, I don't think it's true either. And the thing is, there's a lot of people trying really hard to say Khabib is ducking Tony. I'm like, Khabib is ducking Tony? Did Khabib put out coronavirus so he could duck Tony, you fucking retards?
Well, wait. The thing is, though, that people don't understand is that Khabib went to the United Arab Emirates or whatever ahead to be there to acclimate. And then basically they found out that it was going to be a travel ban. So then they sent him to Russia, which is where he's originally from. So to the people that are like, oh, he's ducking him. Dude, he was already at the location where they probably were going to have the event up until all that they put the kibosh on that. I think, Eddie, weren't you talking about, was it you that was talking about how like there's like fines for like being in the car, too many people over there in Abu Dhabi, like like
crazy.
They already have it all on lockdown. So the fact that like Khabib saw the writing on the wall was like, dude, I'm bouncing. Like Fred said, this event's not happening anywhere unless like literally it's in Dana White's like bathroom or something or in his backyard. Like it's just not happening anywhere.
Yeah, dude, and MMA fans, this is how, I mean, you throw me in the group, whatever. I mean, we're all marks, whatever the case is. But Dana White says, okay, things start there. Dana White says, it's on. He's a hero. What? It's not fucking happening. Yeah. And then the time goes. You don't want to put out a location because nobody wants to do this. Are you kidding me? We love MMA more than anything. You're telling me it's bigger than NBA and MLB and all these other things? Stop it. But then we want to make Khabib the scapegoat here because he finally just says, yeah, but guys, this isn't happening. It wasn't happening. That's why Dana White didn't have a location. That's why Dana White tells us he's going to have the biggest, baddest card we've ever seen in our whole life. And all he can give us is Rosenstruik and Ngannou. What else was there? Bullshit. It was ridiculous. So to make Khabib the whole scapegoat, I'll make memes joking about it because those are in that percentage that I don't even believe, but I like to just laugh about. But ridiculous. It's so stupid.
Let me just quickly throw this out there. Like all joking aside, and this is the podcast where we get the fucking jokes off, but all joking aside, if you think Khabib is afraid of Tony, you're a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron. I think Tony's going to win this fight, but Khabib is not afraid of nobody. None of that. Connor is not afraid of nobody. Justin Gay, like none of these cats are afraid of any. Like, let's stop the foolishness. Surely not Khabib. The dude's the baddest man on the planet. Ain't nobody beat him yet. Why the fuck would he be afraid of anybody? He's not afraid of nothing. Well, okay, it's just not nothing. Nobody. What the fuck? Like, that's stupid. So I'm not even going to address you fucking idiots. But to everybody else out there who's like, well, he's being selfish. He should take this risk or take that risk. Dudes and dudettes, it is a fucking global pandemic. And even if it's not real, if you're one of those fucking flat earthers that thinks it's not real, the rest of the world is acting as if it is real, which means no fucking bueno on the fight. Yes, us four pricks are probably more depressed about that fight not happening than most of anybody. But god damn it, it's not happening. And you know what's funny about this? What's really weird, and I really truly believe this, and I'm a big Dana White fan. I think he might be starting to lose it a little bit because no, I'm dead serious. Like, because at this point, bro, just go ahead and fold up shop for a while. We're not even going to be mad. Like, Dana's whole thing has always been, I'm doing it for the fan. And I understand that. And I was riding with him until the day after UFC Brasilia. After that, it was like, all right, this is it for a while. And then he started this whole thing. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make fucking, like, no, you're not. And look, we're all good with it, bro. We all, like, dude, as much as we want to see this fight happen, at the end of the day, grand scheme, big picture, the whole fucking planet is suffering. The global economy is taking a fucking shot in the jewels every day. Like, everybody wants to see this fight. Newsflash, man. Nobody gives a fuck about this fight. There's like 9 billion people on Earth. About 47 of us love this fight in the grand scheme of things. Most of Earth is panicking. So many people in North America don't have jobs now. And we don't even know if unemployment's going to pay all these motherfuckers because who are they going to bring the money from? Like, I mean, it's a real big problem. The fact that people are even so serious, like the fact that anybody thought that fight had a snowball's chance of hell in happening. And newsflash, Francis Ngannou and fucking Rosenstrike ain't a bit more fighting than the man. Like, none of these pricks are fighting nowhere. Like, there'll be none of that. I don't know what Dana White's doing. He's a smart man. Surely they get the gist. Dog, governments worldwide are shutting down their whole economy. Nobody's going to host your fight.
This is how small the MMA is. Yes, it's a global sport. Yes, we're all locked into it like it's our everything. But this is just proving how small it really is. There's nothing to talk about except for conjecture. There's nothing going on, and he needs to keep it going. So it's. I saw someone in the comments say Paige Van Zant's afraid of Barber, and they're laughing out loud. I was going to say Paige Van Zant's more afraid of life without a filter on her Instagram, but. Anyways, I'm right with you, Fred. I mean, you're the one in the MMA bubble who's been screaming at the loudest and making it really clear to everyone, guys, wake up. And that's the thing. I mean, everyone's got to, if you notice on Twitter, everyone's just living off of, what's your dream matchup? Go. I mean, that's literally the most exciting thing people can talk about. And
right.
So, that's I think this is just proving how small it is, and you're just part of the mix, guys. We're not going above the NBA. We're not now somehow what the trip is for me is I bet you this weekend, I might be wrong, but they're still doing these weird like Russian MMA matches. So that part to me is just bizarre of how they can put on a GFC event in deep Russia, but then why was Russia never an option? I know they said the United Emirates, but that to me was weird.
To me, it just sounds like it'd be hard to get a bunch of Americans into any country at this point. So, I don't know if you guys have heard all other countries, and just because I get my news from everywhere. So I actually go to BBC is the first one. Then I have my sources in Mexico and other places I translate and everything. A lot of other countries are telling their people don't go to the U.S. and don't accept Americans in there because they're all fucking sick. And that's just what it is. I don't know what the truth behind it or not, but that's what they're a lot of governments are telling their own people. So bringing a bunch of Americans into Russia might not be an option.
You think the motherfucking Republicans would be happy as fuck? You finally got what you wanted. Nobody wants to be here, and don't nobody want us over there. We're
exactly. You would think they'd be happy as shit, and now they're all offended, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All right, let's catch up on a ton of comments. Sorry, folks. I know we keep going. This is Leave a Legacy on Twitter. The Jon Jones issue doesn't surprise me. He's a rich athlete with a badass lawyer. Nothing new. 100%.
Right. Yeah.
Hey. Otis goes, is New Mexico a boring place? And Gods goes, it's pretty desolate. Albuquerque is the most exciting place in the state, and it's pretty fucking boring. I've been there. I agree. No, I got friends. I got a friend that lives there, so you know. But God says, was he waiting outside the stop bar for a whore? Like, what was he doing there in downtown, firing off a gun on Main Street during quarantine?
He was humanizing the homeless people.
He was
out there being the king of the jungle. Bang, bang, motherfucker. Johnny's home. What's happening, bitch? Where the pussy at?
He sees that he's going to end up killing someone. And Otis says, actually, Evan Smith stealing, now John doing this.
Listen.
I really think I cleared up, by the way.
We ain't got to do all. Fuck that cleared up. That hoe's lying. Her and her boyfriend are sneaky, disgusting twats for all of me. And let me tell you something, Jesse. I catch you watching a fucking fight with that hoe in it. I'll never speak to you again. If you fucking ban John and you ban Greg Hardy, that hoe for sure better be banned for that bullshit.
You know what, Fred? You're right. She's on the list.
She made the list.
God damn it. All right, Jesus. Then all right.
She made the list.
Right. Look. You're right, Fred. Look, the fact that she came back and like, you know, the whole excuse, I don't know if we got her rebuttal from last week or whatever, was like, oh, well, it was there and, you know, we didn't even notice what it was. And, you know, the comments are always like the most savage part of that, right? It's like, oh, well, there was some furniture there that, you know, was there. You should have taken that. There was a car in the driveway too. Some people leave the keys in there. Should have taken that as well, you know, like it's a stupid excuse.
It's a box of medical equipment in the middle of the first ever global pandemic. You fucking lying bitch. You knew that wasn't your shit. What the fuck? And then have the balls to be like, and then she's fucking lying and saying we stole it. Like, why would we steal it? You lying motherfucker.
It was a misunderstanding.
Yeah, a misunderstanding. You sneaky twat, y'all got caught. And you try to pull that. Oh, we were bringing it back, and then y'all kept half the shit. Woo, boy. It's times like this. I wish there was a God so he could smite your cunt ass. But too bad there ain't. And you'll just have to float along.
Boy, all right. God says OJ said Carol is guilty. If you guys have seen Tiger King, that bitch threw her husband at the tiger. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Anyway,
is that like really? Because I honestly, it's a fine show. I guess I quit after the first episode. I thought it was going to be a one-shot deal. I didn't realize it's multiple episodes, and I know I have
6.
Seven. I know I have nothing else to do but sit at home, but I wasn't investing in it. And is the scene? Does she really? I mean, do you really see this happen? Or I mean,
no.
Dave, let me explain it to you.
Okay.
The first episode is a lot of setup, and so is the second episode. All right. So you got to slog through like a lot of exposition of like setting up the characters basically. And then after like the second episode, the third, fourth, and fifth just fly by because it's like a new revelation, a new problem. Like I forget what episode it ends at, but like they're like, oh yeah, and then Carol killed her husband, and everybody's like, oh yeah, we all know that. And you're like, what the hell? And then like then you start the next episode with that. Yeah, like and it just keeps going and going. There's some like so much craziness. You got to slog through the first and second episode, but then it like kicks off and the rest of the episodes fly by because it's just like I forgot some writer was talking about like you can't write this stuff. Like if you tried to write this stuff, the studio would be like, no, this isn't real. Like you can't do this. Like there's no way a human being could be this crazy. Yet it's pretty true, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, awesome. push through. I was not convinced at all. And I pushed through the first 2 episodes, and the third one, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then you just can't stop because how insane these human beings in this fucking thing. There's literally one guy, I shit you not, one human being on the entire goddamn thing that's sane. There's just one guy. Everyone
Sort
else
of.
is fucking insane. Yeah, no, the one dude.
Is that the
one
guy
dude with the missing legs? That's the only guy I thought was like a decent fucking. Oh yeah, you meet him later. But the guy that has the two prosthetic legs, that's the only guy I found in the entire thing that had any sense of any common sense and any decency whatsoever.
Which is funny, right? Because you would think like his story would be his legs got eaten off by tigers or something. When he finally says why that happened, they're like, "What? No."
Yeah, when he tells the story, it's like, really? That was the least craziest thing that someone could have talked about in this whole fucking thing. Anyway, Leave a Legacy says DC was an overbloated 205er. No, he was a deflated heavyweight.
Yes.
Fred needs to hit none but that indica. Must stay. There you go.
I'm shut out of the camera.
Yeah.
Fred, have you seen the Lion King stuff or the Lion King?
No, I haven't watched the fucking Tiger cunt just yet.
Oh, dang.
Tiger King.
Wait,
just watch it, dude.
What are we talking about today? Didn't you give us homework to talk about from last week?
Oh, I forget. I don't know. We haven't watched nothing yet. We have to figure.
We were supposed to pick something and fucking. We'll talk about it after the show. Anyway, Sean says toilet paper still out of my local. Excuse me. Amazon's fucking out too. Everyone's too. Jeez, you haven't booted this guy for comparing DC to Hardy yet. You will see will not strip Khabib during the pandemic. Now that's an interesting question. Is that even I don't think it's a possibility, but I also could see Dana White doing it.
I mean, whatever, do it for all that it means, but like, no, you shouldn't strip him. You shouldn't strip Jon Jones. Jesus fucking Christ Almighty! It's a fucking once in a century occurrence, guys. Things are gonna get weird. Like, strip him for what? What the fuck? Like, you don't want to fucking leave his family during a pandemic? Yeah, like he's right. Shit.
Yeah. God says, I don't even want to go out for groceries every 2 weeks. Fuck flying around the world while you're cutting weight. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly, dude. I mean, it's just like you gotta know when to fucking fold them, like old Kenny did.
Plus, remember when the fighters came back from Brazil, they couldn't even get medical help after their fight. So, you're putting a lot of these guys' lives in danger. They take a severe beating. They can't go to the hospital for 14 days because they got to be quarantined. Like, dude, what the hell?
I mean, here's my thing with this shit too, right? Like, look, man, just lay it down for a little while. If in 3 months things are still kind of weird and shit, like maybe we can be like, all right, listen, we got to formulate a plan. We can't lie dormant forever. You know what I'm saying? If 3 months they're having a little progress, but things are still up in the air, maybe we can like trying to just force it in right now. Like, it seems like the world, the Olympics, everything is being like, all right, cool. April and May is Corona. Like, the world seems like it's collectively agreeing that we're just going to shut down for April and May. Just get used to it.
Pretty much.
But we're stubborn, right? Because even here in my town of Lancaster, where we have like a very high amount of people being infected and stuff, the city council just barely closed down the school for the rest of the school year, where LA County has already done that and told every other county to do that. Yet my county is retarded and is like, oh, well, no, the kids will come back in May 5th. That's what they were telling us originally. Now, like, I think a few days ago, they were like, oh, well, we're gonna close for the rest of the school year. That's like, yeah, of course, dummy. Like, May.
We still haven't even gotten that news. I mean, they're still anticipating May.
It's coming.
I know, but
Arizona did it.
Exactly. I was gonna say, same here. My kids still think they're going back in May. I done told them, Jack, y'all plan for August. Like, just plan for fucking July, August, September being when this shit opens back up, man. These next 2 or 3 months, we're going to be on lockdown.
Right.
Everybody find your shows, pick up your instruments, bang your fucking broads or your dudes or whatever. Like, it's going to be a rough few months, but we'll be all right.
How many babies are going to show up in 9 months? Just COVID babies, straight up.
I love this. Good for my business.
What? Yeah, that's true, huh? That's right. Just to make a ton more money. Baby. Yeah, just to be making a ton more money. Sean says Tony's the one claiming Khabib is ducking him. He put it out there and the internet jumped on it. First of all, if you jump on anything Tony Ferguson says, you're as nutty as he is. He's a strange human being. Just happens to be a bad motherfucker in the cage. But up here, he's not all there. And that's cool. I enjoy it. Just get in there and fight.
Of course, Tony said that it's pretty unoriginal, but of course it would be, oh, he's scared Russia because the pandemic's got the world shut down, but he's scared. But like, of course he would. It's just it's wild that people jump on it like, Habib's scared. Come on, man.
Yeah, no,
Ain't nobody got time to even talk about that goofy shit. He ain't scared. Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ.
Dana's grasping at straws right now. Dana's grasping at anything he can grasp on. All right, that dude, he ain't got nothing.
Here's
I'm sorry. I just saw, what was it? Sean is talking about Maheta Santos. I don't know if you guys saw the.
Yeah, we'll put it. I'll talk about it in a second.
Okay.
It's fucking
ahead,
dumb.
Fred. Sorry.
Yeah.
Here's just the crazy thing about the Dana White thing, bro. I don't know if he's like not on Twitter, or maybe the morons are overriding Twitter or something. But I feel like the general consensus is we understand.
Right.
We're not going to be upset if you just cancel shit for a couple months. We get it, man. Our whole worlds are shut down. Most people are trying to get unemployment and shit. Like, bro, we get it. Keep Fight Pass up and running. Like, run some specials. They just did it last week where they did like a bunch of counter fights in a row or something.
Mm-hmm.
Have creative people come up with cool content and let's break down all the fights that could be. Let's all talk about our dream cards and let's play fantasy matchmaking for a few months. But like, we're not going to be mad at you, dog. Like, I don't know why you keep going. Like, you went for a while, I get it, but bro, at this point, give up the ghost. Like, it's not fucking happening. And I think most of us have come to grips with that, right? Like, we're good. We all understand it's not happening. We're good, dog. We understand, DW. It wasn't your fault. Wasn't nobody's fault. Like, it fucking literally, as the great Max Holloway always say, it is what it is, bro, and we're all good with it. Just go ahead and say it so everybody can stop calling you a moron.
Exactly. Sean says, y'all see Thiago Santos knocked up Yana Kunitskaya? First of all, I saw that and I still don't buy it for one reason. Michelle Watterson earlier in the day put up a post and guess what? And it turned out that was April Fool's. Ladies and gentlemen, it's April 1st. Okay.
That's true.
I honestly don't do April Fool's shit. I don't. Anyone tries to pull April Fool pranks on me and shit at home and stuff, like they know it's what's coming. Like, fuck all that. I'm not playing.
Don't be acting like you dying on Daddy Eddie. I'll let you die on April 1st. I'll be
fucking telling you. Yeah, call me. I don't check anything. Call me tomorrow. I'll check Facebook tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, but is that real though?
Who knows? But you know what?
Good for him.
Even if it's not real, but they are dating, good for him. That's
first of all, good for him. Second of all, remember a long time ago, someone like people kept spreading rumors that she was a racist of some sort. Was that her? Yeah, was that her? Or was it somebody else? Was like they were saying like she, they saw her in some like Nazi shit and like what the fuck are they talking about?
That's how you clear that nasty little rumor up.
Yeah, there goes that.
PTC, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, go get yourself some Brazilian, bro. That's what it is.
Some big Brazilian snake.
Yeah. What's up, Tony? Says Ashley might not have noticed the medical supplies, but I damn sure noticed the box was half empty when she brought it back. Like everyone did.
It's goofy, dude.
That was a misunderstanding too. That was a misunderstanding.
Yeah. This guy, she loves his sledgehammer. Good for them. Yeah. Oh, dude. This is on more Tiger King shit. And you guys we would have to like watch for to understand who Joe Exotic is. But I just video of Exotic saying he should be allowed to say the N-word. He's crazy. I'm telling you. That's the tamest shit he says.
Listen, we gotta get some cooler white people on TV. This is ridiculous. Every time I turn around, there's just white people making us all just look like heathen idiot fucking shitbirds, man. I most certainly will not watch Tiger Joe and all his band of goofy fucking weirdy beardy meth fiends make us all look like fucking weirdo freaks.
Yeah, I remember I did a lot with like MMA Gold, and I remember Max Griffin. He had some shit on his Instagram one time, and he's like something about white people, and I went up to him and I was like, "You don't really think we do that, do you?" I mean, it's like that. I mean, we're not doing that shit. I saw something on Twitter where this rat is licking this guy's teeth.
Oh, dude, what the fuck?
She's like, "Can we talk about this, white people?" And it's like, is that racist? I mean, I don't fucking let anything lick my teeth,
No, but it's not a fucking coinky dink that he happens to be white. I don't mind saying it. It's always the white ones. Here, I'll have a rat lick my fucking teeth. Of course, you goofy white prick out there making the most of us look bad again. Tiger.
I search Google. I search. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't see pictures of this fucking tiger twat, but I knew. Okay. Just hearing the story, I knew he was white. I knew they were all white. I knew it. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck off with this. And I see the picture of him. Of course he's white.
the darkest dude on that whole documentary, whatever you want to call it, Tiger King thing, was Shaq, and he showed up on there for a solid 20 seconds. That's the darkest dude. Okay.
That's so true.
And even then, after
God.
it came out, Shaq goes, "Hey man, I stopped going to the fucking Tiger King, dude. We're not friends. I don't know that motherfucker." Like he immediately distanced himself as far as he could from that dude.
Right.
All right.
Like a normal black man.
Right? I'm saying. I would too. I'd be like, I don't know that motherfucker. Yeah. Sean says Tiago laying down the hammer. Get him. All the jokes are coming in. MMA guy says Dana trying to save face with investors and offering fights per contract. That's what he's doing. It's just,
what are you gonna do, man? Like,
there's nothing he can do.
Take the L, big dog, like everybody else.
And it's like
you can gracefully take the L too. Go ahead.
It's not like his boss, Ari, wouldn't understand, especially since Hollywood has already taken the stand of we're moving everything to next year. Like they're already, picking up their spots that they're going to release movies next year. A lot of movies are taking the L and just being released on demand right now at this point, trying to make money wherever they can. But it's like everybody's taking the L. Like the UFC Dana White needs to like sit down with everybody and go, listen, guys, we need to put out a strategy on how we're going to take this L, making it seem like we did our best instead of keeping this like facade of like, oh, it's happening, guys, it's happening. Like, no, it's not.
Right, listen, the UFC got a bunch of cool memorabilia. You see how cheap gas is? Time to start auctioning off some of them old posters, baby. Nice and cheap, like the collectors out here hungry.
No, it's all fucking ridiculous. Yeah.
I'm surprised Dana White has never gone on the Rogan podcast. I mean, that would be.
He has. It was a long time ago, though.
Oh, no shit.
He was on there once, but I mean, it's been like fucking 7-8 years at this point.
I'll look that shit up. I just, anyways, to do it again, I was heard some Rogan show, and he kind of got intrigued at the idea of watching old Pride fights and doing some sort of like a companion idea, going through old Pride fights, and I don't know, just that kind of shit. I mean, bring up the old stuff. I mean, revisit it with new eyes. Awesome. Kind of like you're saying, man.
I think that would be awesome. That sounds like fun for us to do. Shit, if we hit a rope ride news week, we could do that. Go back and watch like Pride Shockwave or some shit, like one of the great old Prides. And we're fucking amazing.
Don't worry, Fred. As long as Jon Jones is out there free and clear, I'm sure there'll be news every few weeks.
Jon Jones has done some for a while. We ain't gonna hear shit out of Johnny Boy for a while. His ass is on quarantine for real now.
MMA God sent me Dana White's tweet from 2 minutes ago. It's a photo of Jessica Andrade at the McCarran International Airport. That's Las Vegas. So she's in Vegas. He's just like Jessica versus Rose Namajunas with a fucking like goofy face on there. Shut up, Dana. And then Otis sent me the interview of Tony Ferguson, kind of shit talking Khabib, saying he's afraid of him and shit, and he's ducking him. Tony, I noticed Tony wasn't in the studio at ESPN either. So your ass is staying home. Quit bitching.
Yeah. It's shut down, boys. Y'all can gab all you want, but it is what it is.
Daniel says, crazy to hear Wimbledon has been canceled first time since World War II. That's some shit. Dude, we're living history right now. Like, remember everything you're going through. When your grandkids ask you, like, hey, grandpa, what was it like in the whole, whatever they end up calling this pandemic at the end of the day, they'll come up with some fucking catchy name. What were you doing? And we're going to be able to explain, like, I was there when the NBA canceled. I was there when the NFL canceled, whatever. They haven't canceled really, but all this shit. We'll know all that shit firsthand.
Like, what was you doing? Motherfucker, is YouTube still around? I was doing this in my room.
Go look it up, bitch.
Social distancing with my friends virtually, motherfucker. I was being a proper adult.
You could also be like, I was making your mom or your dad. We're making your daddy. We're making your parent, one of your parents. Okay, that's what was happening. 9 months later, asking mom about all that shit. All right. Aaron says, International Fight Week better be lit. That's enough time for camp. If this thing's over by June, as in like they even allowed it without fans. And I shit you not, if International Fight Week went down without fans, like people will get upset. I think, fans will get upset.
At least there's room for discussion. July, that's 3 months from now. That's a whole 90 days. That maybe that still seems doubtful because it seems like it's so terrible. But at least that's okay. We can have that discussion. People talk about April 14th, April 18th. Can you shut the fuck up, Dana?
They can't call that International Fight Week then if they're doing that with no fans, because
it's just that whatever UFC.
Yeah, that whole weekend is built around more than just the fights. It's, this event to go meet these people, this signing, this,
Listen. Distance makes the heart grow fonder too. So think about it like this, DW. Because I was thinking about this too today. Dude, do y'all realize how incredibly awesome and positive the energy is going to be when this thing does get let up? Because it's going to be another month or 2 or 3 that we're going to do this. But it will go away. We'll find the cure and life will go back. But like when that happens, we are all going to be so fucking happy and elated, and everybody's going to be fucking spending money and happy to be out. We're all going to feel like we just won a war. It's going to, like, as bad as this is now, once we get through this, fucking knock on wood that we all do get fucking through this together, not sick, and we make it. Once we do, there's going to be an incredible amount of positivity. People wanting to buy things. Motherfuckers probably like, I'll buy this punk ass UFC. Normally I stream it, but I buy it. I'm so motherfucking happy that, like, boys and girls, Khabib will fight Tony Ferguson. It might even happen this year, maybe. That's actually
what happen.
Well, here's the problem though, Fred. If it happens this year, it'll be towards the end of the year. Because remember, the whole reason why they wanted to get this fight off before, I think it's like before this month, right? Before April, is because of Ramadan. Right? Once Ramadan hits, Khabib is out until I think September or October or something like that when it ends. So I mean, this should be the indicator, right? That so Khabib's gonna be out until at least September, October. Book it for then. Start building up that anticipation for then, right? Because think about it, September, October, at least those dates, those months sound more believable than April. It's like,
for sure.
No, like, or International Fight Week. It's like, maybe, I mean, we still might be in the middle of all this by then.
And again, imagine the energy. Like when we do get this fight, if we get it properly and people are actually in the building and Joe Rogan's on there. Can you believe it? Fucking DC, we came out of it. We're all alive, brother. I love you. It's so good. We're here. We're about to see it. Goddamn Bruce Buffer's going to do a fucking 920. It's going to be chaos. We're all going to be fucking lit as fuck. Don't rush it now.
That first UFC.
It's going to be fucking, again, like you said, Eddie, we're living through history, man. Once we do get on the other end of this tunnel, every new day, every new event, I don't even watch the NBA or the NFL, but them first few games they have are going to be emotional and intense, and we are all going to feel a sort of unity worldwide. I don't think any of us are, like, again, the sort of depths we're in now, once we get through this, it's going to be unlike anything else. And even us in our little MMA bubble, MMA Twitter will probably even be united, like, God damn, baby, it's great, ain't it? Fights are back on, they live and shit. It's going to be fucking amazing.
And I agree with that sentiment, Fred. And remember back in the day, I don't know when you guys started watching MMA, but I remember when the events were every few months. And you would anticipate like, oh yeah, and like, in July we're going to have this event. And it was like, February or whatever. And you're like, dang, yeah, the next event is going to come up, dude. It's going to be so good. Look at the lineup. Look at the fight. Like, and you start building anticipation.
But you knew every name. You knew every name, and you knew that shit top to bottom. And you're like, I can't fucking wait for that first fight. Because you actually knew who they were. Now you're like, I've seen them somewhere. I'm gonna watch, but I don't fucking know who you are. But that's exactly what it's like now. And I mean, I watch them all. I watch Russian ACA. I watch all of it, and you just don't even know what you're watching half the time. But you're like, I'm here, and
But by the way, shout out to Chael Sonnen and Submission Underground. He did an entire event where it was two guys, it was jiu-jitsu event. Two guys rolling, one ref, and he was by himself in the commentator booth. 4 people in the arena.
I don't see how they did that. I don't.
It was. I don't know.
Huh?
It was in a silo. He said, right?
Was it really? Is that what he said? It wasn't, but that's funny as hell. That's funny as hell, but that's what he said. Shit. I'm with Fred's Gods says this is just getting going. Won't be over for a while. Could come back next year too and not go away at all. I mean, it could be he's talking about COVID. It could be a seasonal thing at some point at this point, but we'll see. Tony says, speaking of the Olympics, they held a qualifier tourney for boxing in London last month. Instead of the boxers got caught the virus. It was a closed door event.
Yeah.
Damn.
There we go, boys. Lock it up.
And that was the other thing. A lot of fighters say that, like, when they're going through the weight cutting process, that diminishes your immunity.
Yeah.
So that makes the fighters much more susceptible to catching it. So it's like, so you're not only putting these guys at risk, but you're also making them go through something, like we were saying before. After the fight, they can't even get help from a hospital until they get off of quarantine. Like, damn, like that's a lot to put yourself through.
And that's where they all need to go after the fight, is the hospital. Even if I won the fight, I probably broke my hands beating the shit out of you. Like, we all probably going to the hospital after this motherfucker. Like, we're fighting. What the fuck? Even if the winners are going to the hospital for a quick fucking check me up.
Yeah.
Right.
Ridiculous.
It's fucking insane. Let's see. Oh, talking about Dana White. He built the UFC on hustle, and he's wired that way.
Yeah, well, listen, again, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
You think the NFL wasn't built on hustle? You think the MLB?
Right.
I mean,
it's true.
all this shit. You mean these guys hustle, and it's all promoting and putting it out there, and then it's. I saw someone asking about the NFL being canceled. When does the NFL start?
NFL starts.
I don't either.
Yeah, September. So.
Okay.
Oh shit! We might have a special guest we haven't had on in a while. I'll let you guys know if I'm able to get him, but he'll be on for a little bit. He's able to.
The other question. Oh, by the way, Fred, I did watch that show that you were asking about. It was okay.
What show?
That show, Outsider.
Get the fuck.
It was okay.
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah, I did actually.
And you just thought it was okay? Okay, you know what? Fuck off.
I mean. Okay, look, I'm comparing it to Watchmen. Now, Watchmen was an amazing show. This one, look, I'm not into the whole horror, like psychological type thing too much. Like, I didn't really dig. What was that other show that was on there with Matthew McConaughey as a detective?
True Detective?
True Detective.
Right.
It was okay. Like, I wasn't into that one as well. So,
The first one was good. That first one was really good.
Yeah, I know. Jesse, your taste is very debatable.
Yeah. This is the most accurate description ever. America is the world's Florida. God damn it. I hate that he's right, but he's right. Yep.
It's not goddamn fair. We are not now. God damn it. There's got to be people handling. I mean,
no.
Don't lump me in with them.
Come on. Okay. what name a country out there that's dumber than what we're doing right now?
Well, I mean, Italy seems to be hit a lot harder than we are. Spain seems to be hit a lot harder than we are, like per capita. We have a lot of people with it, but we also have a lot more people than them, no?
Well, they are closer, more concentrated. Italy, they had an older, all-smoking population. What's a trip now, watching what's going on, and probably don't want to get into the whole COVID thing, I don't know. But what's a trip to see is how it's like popping up in all these other places in this humongous, like, firestorm. And that's weird. I mean, and I don't know, that's people being arrogant, taking off. It's not affecting me, or I'm going to get out of here, and you just took it somewhere else. So it's interesting, and it's kind of scary to see, where we're going to be in a couple weeks.
Boy,
it seems like a lot of those Florida kids took it and spread it everywhere, though.
Of course they did. Of course they did. Fucking did. Tell you what, y'all better be motherfucking glad that Daddy Fred ain't the Vladimir Putin of America, because I'd have tanks in front of your fucking houses right now. And if y'all came outside when you get fucking one warning and you came outside, I'd have you shot. I'm ahead. But in the kneecap. Like, we done told y'all to stay inside, god damn it. Now I'm not fucking around. Go inside, right on Facebook, tell Facebook how mean we are, but do it from the comfort of your home.
MMA Gods does this thing called Quarantine and MMA, and you still doing that shit where you like tweet out and then let people know when you're gonna do it, what event's gonna be, or do you just do the Fight Pass live? Fight Pass is a live stream that just goes at all times. And it's just, I mean, it's replays, right? But it's live, and it's actually kind of dope. I've just, because I don't like to watch the news that much anymore, and so like at least right now, after I've seen all the bullshit. But I'll literally fire up Fight Pass and just go right to the live, and whatever's on, just let it go.
Is it true what Sean is saying there at the end, Eddie?
Boy, dude, you're making me go all the way to the bottom. I'm trying to catch up, motherfucker.
My bad.
It's all good. Let's see. Sean says, Italy promoted hugging Chinese people in February to prove they weren't racist. Look it up. I'm not making this shit up. Is that true? Is that
my
true?
God.
Yeah, there you go. Take that little fucking detail about us handling it worse.
I think we're. Oh. Now I know what happened in Italy.
If that is true, bullshit. We ain't handled it that bad.
Although, I'm gonna have to look that up, bro.
We do got a few religious nuts who were fucking making each other shake hands and shit. We gotta get a hold of those pricks.
Tony makes a good point, or at least what I think is a good point. Dana changes this tune now that Trump has changed his within the recommendations at the end of April. He might.
I don't know. Has Tito changed his mind? Because it sounds like Tito's the biggest Trump supporter ever. So if the what is it, Dr. Ortiz over there giving his advice to people.
God, funny thing is that people still listen. I'll a bit more listen to Tito Ortiz and the Man on the Moon.
Shit. All right. Let's see what else we got.
Yeah, I don't think Dana's going to change his tune though. He's just going to double down. He's going to blame somebody. He's going to, blame Ali, for tweeting out from Khabib's account. It's just he's not going to. That's Dana. He's not going to admit that. Kind of like Trump. Trump doesn't admit when he's wrong. He just goes another direction. I mean, he doesn't ever admit he's wrong, but he'll. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
God says you got NFL training camp starting July 15th. If they do it, like, I guess if they're able to do that, but still, how are you gonna do games in a stadium? We're gonna do it with no fans and shit. Like, that's a lot of money that's gonna be missing on that. As far as the gate goes. Yeah. What else we got? I said, okay, so yeah, God says they're doing an event on Friday, so make sure you follow him at God's MMA on Twitter. Yeah. To catch up on that. I'm waiting for our guest to hop on, but he's having some trouble. We'll see. Anyway, our other guest, sorry.
It'll be interesting to see what we all do kind of behaviorally and whatever moving forward. I mean, I know today it wasn't essential, so I'm sorry, boys, but I went to go get these headphones at Target down the street, and I just kind of wanted to see, are these USB? Are they stereo? Like, how do they plug in? I just kind of want to make sure. So I asked the kid, I'm like, and I put my arm way out, I was like, he grabbed at the box and his hand touched my hand. I'm not kidding you. I like lunged back. I was like, shit. And so then he's holding the box and I'm watching where the fuck he's touching every bit of the box as I'm keeping my hand away from my body. It's just are we gonna be like that now going forward, where we're just so paranoid about? Right now I am, obviously, but it's like I'm imagining these stadiums filled up with all these drunk people and you don't even know the person, and then so and so gets a touchdown and you start sucking the guy's dick next to you because you're so excited. I don't know, man. It's it's gonna be fascinating where we go.
We'll see, man.
I'm pretty good with it. I just stay pretty sedated on marijuana for most of the time. So I'm just riding the wave. I'm like, hopefully I could just catch, like, how like they give you a flu shot, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so you can not get the flu. I'm hoping that's what happens with me and the Ronies. I just get a tiny little case of the Ronies, and I just get the bubbly guts and take a good couple of shits for a day or two. But then it's just enough to where I'm immune to it, and I just ride right through this whole thing like a fucking rider in the storm.
I don't think it really works like that, but
I mean,
you don't know that it doesn't. You don't know that it doesn't.
I guess so.
There are some people that say that's what happens, so you never know. It's a roll of the dice, right?
It's almost like everyone reacts differently. And Sean was fucking right. On February 1st in Florence, Italy, they celebrated Hug a Chinese Day.
Jesus Christ.
That's real.
But hey, by that time, the word had got out that the Ronies was spreading, right? And then it came from fucking China and folks eating bats. Y'all got me fucked up. I'm not. Fuck that. Call me racist if you want. We ain't hugging no Chinese folks. And if I catch you hugging some Chinese folks, I ain't hugging you.
Okay, real talk though. What do you guys think about, like, there's actually been a couple reports of like violence against Asian people because of this shit.
That's the stupidity of people. That's like MMA Twitter thinking UFC 249 is happening. It's people are so stupid. And then we can't blame Trump that he's calling it the Chinese virus. He has toned that one down.
Oh, there he is.
But
all right, Nick, give me a second.
It's
welcome him back to the show for the first time in years.
In years.
Come on, Nick.
Years.
Micro.
It's been years. It's been years.
And if you guys remember Nick Pilecki, ladies and gentlemen, back on the show. If you guys, all the old school Keyboard Warriors viewers know who the fuck this man is. Real quick, Dave, finish your point, and then we're gonna get to Nick.
Oh, I just thought that's just the stupidity of the world. Is they hear, oh, it came from China, which it did. It came from and then, fuck, it's all of them who it's their fault, and that's just people being stupid. And if they're gonna take it out on them, fuck them, man.
I shit you not. I this is how I say China now. Whenever I'm joking with my friends, I'm like, why I want to go to China. A slack job every time he says it. So Nick, you're in where in Texas are you right now? Southern Texas?
I'm in Corpus Christi.
Oh, so you're home. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What's it like right now over there with this whole COVID thing?
See, it's crazy because it's a small city, so we haven't had that much output from it. It's just been every day as usual. But about a week ago, we got our first case and everything all at once shut down. The city shut down, all the stores shut down, my work shut down, everything like that. So it's been all at once, hey, it hit us. So here you go. And we only have about 10 cases. And my roommate, which Mike, he works at a hospital here and they have no cases there or anything like that. So they're just putting on their mask, working every day, day by day, everything like that. But it's still insane though, because just like everywhere else in the US, grocery stores are getting hit like crazy. You can't get anything. And it hit here too. Even with our first case, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the grocery store and get a case of water. Nope. Done. Nothing. It's gone. Nothing. So it's hitting us pretty good too. Even though we only have less than 20 cases, it's still crazy.
I'm with you, man. Aaron says, damn, I'm from Alice. Go Coyotes.
Hey, Alice, let's go.
Yeah. All right. So you were talking about you were saying fuck Jon Jones earlier, and I know you're a passionate man when it comes to Jon Jones. I wanted to give you a chance to tell the people what you think of Jon Jones, this whole thing.
All right. So my full opinion on Jon Jones. I love Jon Jones, the fighter. Jon Jones, the fighter, is great, amazing guy as an athlete and everything like that. But Jon Jones outside of the octagon is a completely different person. As we all can see from all of his past stuff, and him hitting this, especially during this time, we're during this time, you're not supposed to be out. And I don't know what it was in New Mexico or anything like that, but he's out with a gun and drunk. Come on. You just defended your title by the skin of your teeth, and you're just gonna go out and do some stupid shit. It's Jon Jones for you, though. That I don't think Jon Jones is ever going to change than what he is right now.
I remember we said that shit the first time he got in trouble. We're like, yeah, dude ain't going to change your shit.
He ain't going to do nothing.
Right. All right. Trying to figure out what else we could drag out here. As far as MMA is concerned, there's really not a lot. You know what I mean? The whole Khabib thing, fucking Ferguson saying that he thinks Khabib should be stripped of the title.
Which I think is bullshit.
Okay, yeah.
I really, the man went home to be with his family during this time. Leave the man alone. Let him do his thing. He didn't know he couldn't leave the country at that time. And if he did, he went to go be with his family. Let the man be with his family, everything like that. Yes, we have not seen this fight. This is the, fifth or sixth time that we have not been able to see this fight. But it's a crazy time. Leave the man, let the man go do his own thing, and let's put on Ferguson Gaethje. I'm down for that one.
And whatever, do it. Go ahead, strip him of the title. The only thing you do is devalue the title if you do that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because we all know who the champion is. Go on and take it away, and then we'll wait until the real king comes back. It's it's very pointless at the end of the day. We still know he exists.
Exactly.
I mean, what did people say about fucking DC when Jon got stripped and DC won it from Anthony Johnson? They're like, okay, well, not the real champ.
We were all just waiting on Jon to get back. Cheap motherfucker that he is. We're still waiting on him to get back.
Yeah. No, seriously. All right. We're about an hour and 13 minutes, hour 15 minutes or so. Well, we're gonna hit that soon. What else you guys want to bring up before we get out of here? I know Nick came on super late, but still.
I don't know, dude. I think we got. I mean, look, there wasn't a whole lot to discuss MMA wise. We got to everything. There will be no fucking UFC 249. Everything's canceled for a month of Sundays. There will always be news to talk about. Jon Jones is still the GOAT. He shouldn't be stripped. Khabib sure as fuck shouldn't be stripped. He's not afraid. you know, we summed it up. Oh, Ella, Paige Van Zandt, still fucking thirstiest of the most.
I forgot about that. Go ahead.
The thirstiest of the most of them, boy. I tell you, I almost handed it to her at this point. We're all stuck inside. Why not get you the fucking thirsty ass naked? You and your disgusting boyfriend with his rough ears. And I don't give a shit that he can kick my ass. So what? I bet you his dick ain't as big as mine, motherfucker. How about that? Kick that ass.
I've never seen a hot chick try so hard to remind everyone she's a hot chick.
What about Valerie Lareda?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what though,
That's
Valerie? Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm just biased because Valerie. I got Valerie. I got Valerie up here, and compared to her, PVZ's way down here. My preference.
It seems similar.
Oh, dude, Valerie's way finer by a lot, in my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah, but listen, that fair point. That hoe's getting on my nerves too. She's close. She's getting close. Look, we know you got a fat ass. You understand me? We know, we get it. It's nice, but we don't need to see it in every post. Why don't you fucking provide something else? Read a book or some shit. Inspire me in some other way.
I'm telling you, dude, all these girls just got to get those OnlyFans fucking accounts and shit, or a TikTok. Everyone's gonna TikTok.
Exactly. Everyone's gonna TikTok.
Yeah, Sean says Valerie Lareda is giving the people what they want.
Yes.
And to be fair, like
I'm all with it, dude.
Valerie's shit is pretty simple and easy. She's got a big booty, so she's showing your booty. Paige Van Zandt did a little video about toes and shit, showing her feet, and wiggling her nasty toes around. These are for my foot fetish fans. It's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
Here, have a screen full of hammer toe.
This is fucking gross.
She has to make money somehow, right? She's out fighting. She broke her arm how many times? She has to make money somehow.
Listen, I don't give a shit. I wouldn't want no fucking sister or woman of mine disrespecting herself like that, selling feet pics.
But why are you watching it though?
Hey, listen, it came to my attention on Twitter.
You can't avoid that shit. Even if you don't follow her, everywhere. It's like there it is.
It's there. It's there.
Yeah, it just pops up on someone else's account somehow, or they edit it somehow, or you know, it's unavoidable. And I'm with Eddie. Valerie's way hotter than Paige, but it's just that idea of, I mean, dude, I hate, my least favorite thing, one of them is the MMA fans who only like women's MMA, you know, and they're like, oh my God, she's the best fighter ever. Not really, but
I've seen her fight.
Listen, these broads should get one every 3 posts.
Right.
Post out of your ass, your tits, or whatever. But in between, we need a little something else, just a little substance. It can't be every time you happen to be naked, Paige. Just go on and work out one good time with some fucking sweatpants on, huh?
Otherwise, just go get the OnlyFans thing. I guarantee if Paige opened up an OnlyFans, she'd make bank.
Yeah. She make
people
money
would for that.
She'd make money.
Bank on that. Valerie too.
Fred's the first one to sign up.
Someone for sure leak her. I would never pay her. I would never pay her. I would find her material just to see her doing it for sure. Just to spite her.
You go to the underground, dude. The underground has threads dedicated to putting out OnlyFans stuff from, like, what's her name? Chick from Bare Knuckle. Yeah, Beck Rawlings.
I've seen all her fucking good bits. Oh, the Google machine, baby.
We've already seen it. She put that shit out for 3 years ago. Anyway, for real. All right. Last check of the headlines here. There's nothing compared to MMA. Dominic talking about fighting again and shit.
What
like
I wonder is, with nothing going on MMA wise other than he said, she said, they tweeted that, how are these sites keeping going in terms of MMA Junkie and MMA fighting?
It's crazy.
It's TMZ now.
It's TMZ. ESPN was posting about, Ariel, Eddie's favorite guy, was posting with Triple H from WWE and shit like that. Like they're pulling for anything they can get right now.
Listen.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Listen, I was going to say, stocks are low. They're saying buy oil right now. All you goofy fucking twat sites out there, you could get the rights to the Keyboard Warriors once a week, Wednesday night. Cost you probably 3-4 bands a month.
That's it.
If not, keep your own stealth fucking lame-ass coverage. How about that?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. All these people, like, I don't know if you guys got me. All of you have Instagram, I think. You get on Instagram, you look on the top, and it says, you know, whoever's live or the first stories you see on there. Fucking, it used to get maybe one every once in a while. Now I'm getting like 10 people going live, and it's like LeBron James, fucking everybody, fighter, whoever, everybody's on that shit now. And then you got all these people doing what we're doing. This shit right here that we've been doing for years. They just started doing this shit. It used to be Google Hangouts. Now, now we're on StreamYard and all these other places. It's like, y'all just remember who did this shit first, motherfuckers. Don't be taking the credit like that. That's horse shit. You know me, I rarely go like, hey, it was us first, but fuck you. It was us first. All right? Ass wipes.
Real talk. To Dave Madden's question, MMA needs personalities now more than ever.
Yeah.
Chael Sonnen's still going to do good. Luke Thomas's channel is still going to do good because they can do this, just they have a lot larger audience than us. But for all those sites out there where they had like journalists who are just writing about fights upcoming, yeah, y'all about to be struggling because there ain't no fights upcoming. Y'all ain't reviewing or previewing nothing, Jack, not for a long time.
Yeah. No,
yeah, they're all doing like top 5 biggest farts from 1997.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I just wonder, and I feel bad for the guys. That's they've pedaled their way, to get to that point where they're actually getting some pay and getting, whatever it is. So I do feel bad for them, and I don't, I'm not trying to shit on them, but they are journalists. But it's anyways, it's just crazy to me when even the media for the national coverage struggles to rub together 2 pennies to make any sort of sense. And
before the thing got huge, is the COVID thing. I stopped watching First Take. I used to hate watch it because I would laugh at the damn shit they would say, right? So then when this thing hit, and they're all doing this shit, they're doing from home, right? They're showing the First Take is from home now. So I tuned in a couple days in a row, and I'm like, holy shit, they're reaching at shit. They're like bringing back old subjects and shit. And luckily for them, they pushed up that what's called The Last Dance, the Chicago Bulls documentary, coming out April 19th. I'm super stoked about that, by the way.
I'm ready for that.
I was bummed that it was going to be in fucking June. Now I'm happy shit's happening now. But like the first question was like, what's your favorite Michael Jordan moment, like, of all time? And I'm like, I guarantee they've done this question a million times. This motherfucker has that answer fucking. And I mean, but I'm not making fun of them. I think it's a trash show, but it's they're all reaching for whatever they can. We don't have anything either. I mean, all we're talking about is Jon Jones fucking album. That was a godsend for all the MMA sites. Like fucking MMA sites were like, fuck yeah, Jon Jones. All right, Connor, come on. And you know what Connor did? No. Stay home, fuckers, and I'm donated $1 million to medical.
A good
stuff.
Boy.
He was good. Connor was just like, oh, John took that bullet. All right, yeah. Let me get on the good side. You know what I mean? So I get it. They're reaching and shit, but it's hard times, man. I mean, shit, we're mixing up the show. We talked a little bit of MMA again because John gave us a fucking golden ticket for the week, and then we talked a bunch of other shit. So,
did we cover the Kamal Usman video that he put out?
I watched that.
I can't.
I can't.
He's got to fucking put a shirt. Oh, speaking of shirts,
listen,
I came this close to starting the podcast with just my tits showing in honor of fucking Paige. I was going to do it topless. I swear to God, I was that close to doing it.
This
I was
man.
like, yeah, fuck it. Never mind.
Hey.
Yes, spectacle.
Tony says some fighters, boxers shouldn't be going live on IG. Although Billy Joe Saunders put out a video on how to pop your wife in the mouth during quarantine. His license is suspended.
Oh my God!
Thank you for bringing that up. Did we all see that video?
I did not.
No, I didn't.
Boy, well, listen, Jesus, don't watch it because you'll never watch a Billy Joe Saunders fucking
Ever.
That's the fucking boxing, boy. That motherfucker. I guess it was a joke, but it was the most dry, undelivered properly joke ever. And he's basically just hitting the heavy bag saying, so look, you're just going to be stuck in the house with your kids and your old lady. They're going to get on your nerves. Every once in a while, you're going to want to give them a belt. So what you do, you step back and you whop. And listen, that wasn't what was bad. What was bad was the detail that he described after. He said, you go whop. And now she'll be seeing white stars and flashes. Like, goddamn, as somebody who's been thunderstruck before, that's accurate. When you get hit real hard in the face, that's the first thing you do. A splash of white light hits, like you got fucking struck by lightning.
God.
And he's like, and then you just pin it down like this, and you give her a hook, you finish her off. You just put her off. And literally, verbatim, the motherfucker said, you finish her off. Yeah, needless to say, the internet was like, "What the fuck is Billy Joe talking about?"
So
But what a weird thing that I was tripping out at. He lost his license because of that.
Yeah.
Not that maybe he shouldn't get some sort of a reprimand by the boxing commission or whatever, but that really tripped me out when we just had Jon Jones bucking off shots, and what? It was interesting that reaction.
Listen, let me tell you, let me give everybody a little piece of advice right now. Don't be fucking about. The whole
Right.
world is nervous. You do some weird shit right now, they might just like put him in prison. Ain't nobody got no time for that sort of weird shit right now. Everybody's on edge. Everybody's nervous. Some box commission was like, he did what? Twitter said what? Oh, cancel him.
But what about Gervonta Davis, man? That guy full on. Not only once, I saw
There
two
was
different
video.
videos. That fool dragging his girl out of the place and beating. I mean, it was that. What are we doing?
Do it now. Let him pull a stunt like that now that we in the pandemic and the quarantine and the what the fuck's the name of that crazy movie that's out right now?
Contagion?
Yeah. Let him do it now that we're in the middle of Contagion. I'll bet you he gets his ass canceled like that. Ain't nobody got no kind of time for that bullshit right now.
Yeah,
bullshit now we're canceling. You fucking stripping.
The Me Too movement got fucking overtaken by the fucking COVID movement with this shit. Like, you can't joke about it. Here's the thing. It was bad judgment, but did we not expect anything different from Billy Joe Saunders? Like, but Gervonta, that's the weird one, right? Like, he gets away with this shit like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, after we saw that video of him manhandling that chick right out of the arena, I was just like, dude, what the fuck, right? How's there not like something going on with that?
At least in the second video, some dudes were standing up and like really going at him and and confronting him versus the first one. I mean, I couldn't believe how many people go, "Whoa, all right, fucking, go for it, dude." That was crazy.
I don't know if you guys heard about this. This is leave your legacy on Twitter. It says since y'all touched on boxing, y'all heard of the bar meat scandal reference Tyson Fury that ESPN will not cover.
Boar meat is what he meant.
No, I didn't.
He corrected himself and said
boar meat. I bet boar meat.
Yeah.
So I read a little bit about it right now, and it has to do with him popping for something, and I guess attributing it to some farm that did something with the boar meat. And I guess now the farmer is saying that it wasn't true, and that he might have been paid to say that it came from his farm or something.
Somebody been hanging out with Alistair Overeem.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
Oh man, stop it! He beat the shit out of Deontay Wilder. Boy, motherfuckers is in denial about shit. It was that boar's meat. Man, shut the fuck up. He won that fight.
Hey,
God damn.
Deontay will say that shit too if he gets a hold of that.
I mean, yeah, but like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm talking about Billy Joe. British humor can be dark, but he failed really hard on that one.
Yeah.
Domestic violence is going up because of COVID, extremely poorly timed. That's something we need to bring up on SHP, Fred. Talk about that kind of shit, because numbers are going up, and like divorces in China, they just lifted the restrictions, and divorces skyrocketed. Like, these motherfuckers cannot handle it.
Everybody keeps making the joke that we're going to see a bunch of COVID babies. We're going to see a bunch of COVID singles. They're like, I can't stand it. I was never around this bitch for this long. I don't even like it.
I don't know if you can or not. Yeah, I don't know if you can or not, but buy Tinder stock now. That shit can skyrocket when the shit's over. Like, I know, but I know it's shut down now. But goddamn, Sean says, "Let's freedom in the UK. I lived there for 2 years. The drinking night scene is good, but everything kind of sucked."
Yeah.
All right.
To be fair, the drinking night scene is usually good everywhere.
All right.
Drunk.
All right, we're up to an hour and a half. We're way over time. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna do it for us. Anything else you guys want to bring up before we get out of here?
Nope, that's it. Quickly, if you guys want to, like, I'm trying to do this on every podcast that I'm a part of. We don't gotta take up a bunch of time, but just quickly, how are you guys spending your quarantine? What do you guys book? What are you guys doing right now? I am watching Broad City with a couple real funny broads, and rewatching Entourage, an HBO series I was a big fan of. I haven't watched it in a long time, so that's how I'm spending my time.
All right, Dave, what are you doing?
Fucking memeing and painting, and I'm reading. I'm just gonna start. I just grabbed it, so I don't know the title. But Michael Green, he was on Rogan's podcast until the end of time or something, or the end of it. So, anyways, getting into that, writing, fucking around here. I keep busy, man. These people who say they're so bored, they're boring. Fuck them.
Yeah. Jesse, what are you doing? I know what you're doing, but what are you doing? Jesse, you're muted.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, sorry. Yeah. Well, if you see my Instagram page, I'm trying to keep up with doing a bunch of stuff. So I've been baking, cooking. I made bread the other day, something I hadn't tried before. I'm gonna make ramen this weekend, and working. I work 3 days, well, 4 days a week, so I'm essential, quote unquote. So I'm still out here working. Today I'm working, and then just trying to get my wife to watch movies that I enjoyed and that she never saw. I got her to watch Parasite the other day. I don't know if any of you guys have watched Parasite.
That's happening tomorrow.
good.
Yeah, a great movie. I also recommend, again, I'll recommend 1917. If you haven't seen it,
That's
amazing.
tomorrow for me.
Yeah. Nick, what do you?
Just catching up on some shows, trying to sneak into the gym whenever I can, and just catching up with family. That's about it.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm still working. I'm essential apparently, and avoiding motherfuckers as much as I can, and then I'm home and playing a lot of Fortnite because even though I suck, but my 13-year-old way better than me, so I fucking play, and I just kind of embarrass myself over and over again. Other than that, I'm reading 6 books in my room, and one of them I read in the biscuit for a second because I finally got the I got this Kobe book, the Black Mamba book, for a long time ago. And I couldn't fucking find it, and I up rooms for a podcast room, and I found it, so I started reading. But other than that, dude, just working.
If we wasn't in a global pandemic, I would totally make fun of the fact that Jesus has been baking. But I won't. We're in a global pandemic. You have got to keep your time as any way you see fit. So, goddamn it, Jesus, you bake all the bread you want, for God's sake.
Well, hey, let me say this. I made pizza for the kids. The kids really enjoyed the pizza. Good. I made biscuits, bread. Like I said, I'm gonna make ramen this weekend. I'm gonna make some delicious food, you guys. I got lots of time to practice.
Hey, listen, to be fair, I seen your bread, and you need to see BNC, Jesus. That first one was a little...
That tasted delicious, though.
Yeah, I bet it did. Like this Moses was handing out.
He'll figure it out. All right. And then Sean says, actually been busy at work. Bought a new gun, though. A Marlin 33 lever action. It's fucking sweet. And I fly on Friday for local training in the Midwest. Keep fucking masking the fucker shit.
Hey, I'm in the Midwest. Don't you be flying with the heebie-jeebies.
Aaron says, if International Fight Week happens and one of y'all hosts makes it out to Vegas, I'll cover the fight ticket. Shit, Jesse might hit you up on that.
Yeah.
He likes Vegas. It's Vegas.
Yeah, he's close.
Yeah. All right. And this is going to do it for us. Shout out to Raider, Sean, Aaron, MMA Gods, Leave Your Legacy, a.k.a. Mason, Tony, hanging tonight. Who else we had? We had a bunch of fucking people today, and there was 2 fucking comments. Obviously, Nick ended up joining the show. It's appreciated, dude. Tony, fuck, there's a whole Daniel. Are you talking about PVZ? Afraid of? No, wait, that was earlier. Otis was hanging out. Split Decision MMA. Everyone that tunes in, we love the fuck out of you guys. Oh, Glitch is here. Appreciate the fuck out of you guys. You guys are the shit. You guys know all the Twitters, but I'll put ours up. But Nick, go ahead and throw yours out real quick.
At NickX Micro, super easy.
And you can find Mr. Dave Madden at
MMA Storytime.
There you go. He has his own podcast, shows, and stuff on Facebook as well. Make sure you guys check him out. Obviously, us, we're Sport 1983 for Jesse, Kirby and Score MMA for Fred, obviously, and myself at ELAW32. And, of course, as always, the website's ripthewarriors.com and sparksports.com. You guys are the shit. We'll catch you guys probably later this week with an SHP, depending on what's going on in the world. And take care of yourself. Stay clean. Stay healthy. Good night.
All right, later, boys.
And good night, Wilshire.